You guys, today is the day.
Today is the day.
Today is the day.
Today is the day.
It's Coronation Day.
So, for anyone who is not in the loop,
Who's living under a rock?
who's living under a rock,
Wait.
'cause-
Okay, first of all, before we get all started, before you lead us in, because I'm sure you've been practicing a whole presentation, right?
I have
PowerPoints? Have you been talking to yourself in front of the mirror?
No, I have not. I just whipped up this little presentation just now.
God damn!
Erin rolled up to my house in her fucking giant truck, and I was like, obviously, that's my surprise. Like, she had to drive her truck to fit my surprise. And I fucking ran out the door to meet you, and I was like, today's the day! And she opened up the door, and she's holding this tiny red box.
Just this tiny red box. So for anybody who doesn't remember or wasn't around, I have a really big surprise for Stacey, and
I'm so excited.
I've been keeping it from you for like 4 weeks now.
Like, we're not even doing goddams today, right?
This is the goddamn.
This is my goddamn also.
This is mine, and it will be yours.
She has been giving me clues
Yeah.
every day for
It made me,
weeks.
okay, listen. So something happened in my life, and then I was like, well, that's obviously a thing.
Yeah.
And I got so fucking excited. I was like ready to throw up, and I can't just not tell you, but
Yeah.
it's like, it has to be a surprise, but I can't just not tell you anything. So I was like, hey, I have a really big fucking surprise. You're going to be so excited. And also, I had to get that off my chest, but also I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Listen, here's the thing though, is like you were like, oh my God, I have a big surprise. I'm going to throw up and I can't tell you what it is, but I just need you to be as excited with me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, first of all, I'm going to get her to tell me. Like, there's no way. There's no way. And I didn't realize it was my surprise. Like, I thought you just had a surprise. And first of all, I was like, you're not fucking pregnant, are you? Because listen, yay, so excited for you. But also, I need a drinking buddy.
Oh my
you know?
God, congratulations.
Fucking priorities.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah. No,
And
absolutely.
so at first I thought it was that. And then I was like just trying to think if I did, like, did you get a new car? Like, what? I would be excited for that.
Yeah, but that's not. I was like, okay, it's one step below being neighbors.
Yeah, because then that was my other thing because
Yeah.
my fucking neighbors moved out recently. And I was like, oh my God, they bought the house. And I would fucking die.
And I had to wait like 3 weeks to go through escrow.
Yeah, and then you shut that shit down instantly. You were
No,
like,
no,
it's
no,
not that cool. Don't get that excited.
No. It's not as cool as living next to you. It is cooler than like a space in Bombay. It is.
Which I don't understand because that's like almost as good as living next door to me,
almost.
but not as good as
Not
this.
as good as this.
Is it a box of spiders? Are you getting me back? I'm also
Why would I
convinced
be holding a box of spiders
'Cause-
so delicately?
because I'm sure it's rigged. You know, like,
Mm-hmm.
do I get to open it right now?
Yeah, I
get
guess
to
so.
hold it? I
Right?
get to hold
There's
it?
no
I get to
other.
hold it?
I mean, there's no other.
I don't know. I thought maybe you would like present it to me in a certain way.
No,
Is there
no.
anything you want to tell me?
I hope you're still my friend after this.
Oh no! What do you mean? Is it gonna hurt me?
No,
Is it gonna scare me?
no, maybe. No, probably not. Not you.
Ooh.
It won't scare you.
Ooh.
It won't scare you.
Did
Your
you have to
husband
make it?
guessed that I got bomber jackets made with our logo on the back
Oh!
on the back of them, and I was like, "That's sick," but no, they don't fit in this box.
That would have been really cool.
yeah,
I've always wanted a real bomber jacket.
yeah. I was like, "Great idea." Yeah, I told my boss that was one of the guesses because my boss knows too.
Yeah, everybody knows but me.
I literally told as many people as I could because I'm so
Everybody.
fucking excited.
And is everybody else like, oh, that's cool? Like, what is their reaction?
no, for the most part, the reaction is why, and also you're sick. Was one that I got. Like, that's sick. You're sick.
Oh my God, what is it? Can I open it?
Yeah.
Can I open it?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Can everybody see so far? You promise it's not going to jump out at me.
I promise.
I guessed this, didn't I?
You did.
I fucking... Did you make this?
Yeah.
I fucking guessed it.
What are they, Stacey?
Are they crow's talons?
Yes.
I'm shaking.
I am too.
Did you find a dead crow? Shut up.
I did.
And you chopped its feet
And
off?
I chopped its feet off and I cured them and then I wrapped them in suede so you'd have a little hanger so you could hang them.
This is my favorite thing I've ever gotten. How did you... Okay. Okay, so many.
There's still a little bit of salt on them.
I saw that.
Yeah. It's not dirty. They're just salty. I wouldn't put them on your face, but you know.
I have so many questions. How did you find a dead crow?
Okay, so Brandon texted me and he was like, he sent me a picture of our fucking front steps and there was a dead crow at the bottom of them.
It was meant to be.
It was meant to be. And then I was like, that's fucking weird. And then he sent me a picture of a rattlesnake, the baby rattlesnake, that same day. And he was like, something's trying to kill me. There's a fucking omen, like the crow and then the rattlesnake. So then he took the rattlesnake and like released it elsewhere away from people and stuff because he was like, there's a fucking bad omen going around. And I was like,
No, these are great omens.
I was like, do not get rid of that crow. I need it. So then when I got home, I was like, is it still there? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, tight. And so then I got on fucking gloves and I got a big bag and I waited until the other crows, the living crows, weren't around. And
Because you don't want to piss them off.
no, I didn't want him to know.
Oh
So
my
then I
God.
went and I fucking got it and I brought it into my garage and I closed the garage like halfway and then I went into the back.
Oh my
'cause I didn't
God,
want-
you
I didn't
shut
want
the
to
door for
see.
them?
I didn't want them to see it. I didn't want them to attack me.
This is not a baby crow.
No, that's a big ass fucking crow.
How did it die?
I don't know.
The rattlesnake? That's the only.
This is the only way I could think to. No, I don't know how it died. But then its wings were kind of fucked up. Like, they were just, like,
Not
sketch.
having it.
Yeah, and so I was like, listen, I'm going to learn taxidermy one step at a time.
Yeah.
Not, like, the full-ass fucking wings.
I need a wing
and
to
the
walk.
talons.
Shit.
I know. And you kept saying it because you guessed crows and, like, taxidermy crows or fucking raven's feathers or raven's claws
I
so many
fucking knew
times.
it. I knew
And
it.
You said, is it a dead crow? And I was like, no, because it's not a whole dead crow.
Didn't I say? I probably said raven's talons or
You
something.
said, is it a raven's claw? And I said, no, because it's not that either.
These are fucking amazing. I just punched my mic.
You did. Also, if you'll notice, inside the box, underneath that one, is a dryer sheet because they kind of smell weird.
Oh no, what do they smell like?
Don't put them on your face.
They smell fishy.
Yeah, and I Googled it and I was like, uh-oh.
Are they bad?
Yeah, like, is this bad? And it was like, I mean, it literally rotted, the taxidermy smell, so you could put it in a potpourri thing. And I was like, dryer sheets, got it.
A potpourri thing. Oh,
And then you were like, your truck smells like candy. And I was like, that's a fucking dryer sheet.
I did say your truck smelled like candy. This is the best gift anybody has ever given me. Hands down. And I know one's yours, right? Obviously.
I mean, yeah, it was going to be, unless we're going to keep them in here or something. I don't know.
I don't even know.
I was like, I don't know what she's going to do with them. And then I was like, well,
I've seen a necklace.
that's why I texted Jamie in. And I was like, listen.
What did she say?
She could wear it. Oh, she was fucking stoked.
This is fucking amazing.
She
I
was
did
like,
not realize
that's the
they're
best thing I've ever
claws.
seen. And she's going to love it. And she's been giving me positive fucking affirmations.
Of course, I'm gonna love it. I've been dying for one of these.
I know.
Do you know that I search for dead crows? Like, I look when I'm driving around. I look on the side of the road when there's roadkill. I'm like, is it a crow?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
There's like this weird thing with me and crows lately. They're fucking everywhere.
It's a sign.
Do you think that they're not gonna like me if I have this? Like, will they smell it on me?
I don't know. My dogs keep smelling it, though. Every time I fuck with them, they're like, what the fuck is that?
Oh my god! Should we like bless them?
Either
you
that or
bless?
like sage them. I don't. God
That's the
bless.
same thing. Same thing.
Yeah, something needs to take away their fucking negative spirits.
I don't think it's negative at all.
I mean, it's
This was all done in love. Are
It
you
was
kidding?
done in love.
I'm gonna
I wanted
scratch
to
my
preserve
arm.
it. They're so sharp,
Ah.
aren't they?
I didn't realize they had such big claws.
Yeah.
What did Lee say?
Like, what the fuck?
Oh my god!
And then he said, he just looked at me weird, and I just looked at him like, isn't that great? And he said, is there a story? And I was like,
I'm sorry.
not really.
You need a story?
right? That's what I was
Sorry.
thinking. And
yeah,
he
there's
said-
a story. She had a dead fucking crow, and she
Yeah.
was like, "My bestie would love this shit."
Yeah, and he was like, "Did you?" And he did like finger guns. Like, did you fucking pick off a crow? And I was like, "No,
That would be the worst kind of juju.
it appeared on my doorstep, so it was meant to be."
Oh my god!
Okay, so I was thinking,
Yeah.
I put a little loop on there so you could like wrap it or something or whatever. I was
Yeah.
like, maybe like a rearview mirror thing. But then what if it gets really hot in your car?
and it just like melts.
Maybe it'd be fine though. I don't know. I don't know how it works. So I left it at that, where it's like you could still throw it down if you wanted to bone scry. Ew, she's scratching the mic with it.
If I wanted to, I'm gonna learn to bone scry.
Yeah, so you could toss those down too.
Yes,
And it's a set. It comes in two.
but I can't take. You have to have one.
I feel like I
Yeah.
want one.
yeah,
At
it's like
least.
I couldn't not have.
Yeah, a rabbit's foot.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
and
bone
I
scry
wish
with
now
this.
that I would have gotten the wings, but like at the moment and
No.
everything, I was very
It's
like
a lot. It's a lot.
It was overwhelming because there was blood and there were children, and my kid's like, "Was that a crow? Was that a crow? What's wrong with the
baby,
crow?
you want to
Look
chop
at
off
it."
its legs?
Yeah, and I'm like a little weirded out, and then I'm trying to hide from the other crows, and then it was just a whole thing. Oh my God.
I just put it on my face.
You did. I'd be careful with it. You know
I don't
how,
even
like,
care.
when you make it,
Yeah.
it's worse.
Yeah,
And so,
I think
like-
I wasn't as concerned about the rabbit's feet because it soaked in alcohol for a couple years first, and
Yeah.
then in borax. So I was like, for sure, anything's dead.
Anything's
This is just
dead.
salt.
That's just salt. And I washed it with Dawn, and it was like, don't get them wet. And I was like, well, I'm going to wash it with Dawn. So,
Oh,
and then I saw something else that said you could dunk them in rubbing alcohol, but I didn't have it at my house. And then I was at work, and I was like, I should do it here. And then it was like, make sure you dry it right away. And I was like, I'm just not going to fuck with it anymore.
yeah, they're perfect.
Yeah.
And if they
I
start
just
to
won't
rot,
put them
we'll
on my
worry about it.
face.
Okay, well, I did, so. Oh my God, this is fucking amazing. I hope somebody is listening for the first time. Because we got a comment recently that was like, the first one I listened to was when you gave her the rabbit's foot.
Oh.
And I was like, these are my people. I hope somebody is listening right now and they're just like, no. No, I'm going to go find a different podcast.
That's actually not what I was looking for.
Oh my God.
They're so sharp, right?
They are.
Yeah.
I am so proud of you and cannot wait to show my aunt.
Oh my God, she's going to love it.
She's in town.
Oh, Scheherazade.
Yeah.
I miss her.
I know. I am so excited.
Oh my God.
I can only hope that you're telling a murder story that has to deal with crows.
I wish that I was, but I'm not. Would you like to hear it? Would you like to
First
hear
of
it
all,
anyway?
before you start, I just want to thank you from the depths of my soul because this is the coolest gift I have ever received.
You are so welcome.
Oh my God, I'm so proud of you.
Okay, are you prepared to hear about murder?
Yes, please tell me all about it as I sit here with my crow food.
Yes, you guys can fucking contemplate together.
Yes. Like we used to be together. I get it now. One of the clues was that it was together.
And it's separated.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we could bring them together on occasion. And you will get one and I will get one.
And Lee asked if you could wear it. Yeah, you could.
Oh, did he? I didn't even hear that.
Put that shit on a necklace.
I fucking might. Shit.
Okay, so
Murder.
today on episode 148,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to tell you about Anthony John Hardy.
Okay.
Anthony was born May 1951 in Staffordshire, England.
Oh.
He was the son of a coal miner, but he always wanted better for himself.
Okay.
So
Didn't want the black lung.
he didn't want the black lung, and he was like tired of being the fucking lower middle class or whatever. So he's like, I want to be upper middle class or whatever.
I'm going to go get a corporate job.
Yeah, he wanted to do something else. And
Okay.
so he was a pretty above average kid in school, and he was accepted to London's Imperial College to study engineering.
Ooh, he going to be smart. He going to build shit.
Mm-hmm. While he was in college, he met a woman named Judith Dwight.
Mm-hmm.
He married her, and they had 4 kids, 2 boys and 2 girls, and they moved to Tasmania, Australia to raise their kids.
Okay.
In 1982, he was arrested for allegedly hitting Judith over the head with a water bottle
Oops.
and then trying to drown her in the bathtub.
This is taking a turn.
But the charges were dropped because there was no evidence.
What? Of like being drowned in a bathtub? Attempted
guess.
drowning?
Like, here's the water, Exhibit A.
Yeah, like you see this puddle on the floor?
Here's the lump on my head,
Yeah.
Exhibit B.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or maybe
Okay.
she dropped them, but they said it was because there was a lack of evidence, which
All right.
maybe it was like, you know.
Sorry I didn't fucking record it. Didn't know
Yeah.
I was about to die today.
Yeah, but it's also the 80s, so they're probably like, she's just hysterical.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, institutionalize her.
Yeah. But after that, he checked himself into a mental hospital, and he
Oh.
did end up staying for a couple of weeks before being released, and then he moved back to Britain.
Okay.
Okay.
So he knew, I gotta do some shit. I'm fucking acting out.
Yeah, he's like,
I'm gonna
whoa,
go
that
home."
was crazy back there.
Yeah.
I understand. I should probably get some help or whatever.
Okay.
So he did that. And then he moved back to Britain. They were separated, and Judith maintained custody of the kids. Mm-hmm. But
Goddamn, 4 of them. Whew.
I know, right?
Whew.
Can you imagine? No, thank you.
Yeah.
But she also moved back to Britain.
Yeah.
And then by 1986, they filed for divorce, citing domestic abuse, obviously. Yeah. But Anthony started stalking Judith.
Oh no, don't do that.
Yeah. Causing her to have to take out a restraining order against him.
Mm-hmm.
And then apparently he violated that restraining order and he was arrested, but he was released shortly after.
Okay.
He checked himself into another psychiatric hospital.
Why is he doing that? Like,
Checking himself into a psychiatric
like
hospital?
you would think this would be like anger management or something, right? Or is he like thinking he's seeing shit and hearing shit, and that's what's making him hit. Like, what this psychiatric hospitalization is pretty drastic, right?
Yeah, I think it's more like he's feeling shit rather than seeing shit, where he's like, I don't know, man, there's like a chemical imbalance or something's fucking wrong, right?
Okay.
And so he's like, fucking help me, medicate me, do something, because...
I want to be sedated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. He checked himself into another psychiatric hospital where he was diagnosed with peripheral neuropathy and manic depression.
Okay.
Peripheral neuropathy also causes depression. So
Is it just like he can't feel shit?
I don't
Certain
know.
shit?
I don't know. It
Like
was
you put
like
your hand over something hot and you're like, I don't even feel it, and then pull it away and it's burnt.
I did not Google that part. It just said it causes depression, and so I was like, hey, he's pretty fucked in the depression category.
He's sad.
Yeah, he's really, really sad.
Got it. Check. All right.
So he was given medication and released.
Okay.
And then in the 90s, he was homeless for a while, moving
man.
between hostels, and he got into drugs and alcohol pretty heavy,
Uh-oh. That won't help.
which does not help with psychological problems. He became more aggressive, and he started stealing. He was arrested for theft at one point, but he was released shortly after.
Okay.
And then in 1998, he was arrested for allegedly raping a sex worker,
Oh, shit.
but the charges were dropped and he was released.
Okay.
But I guess there were 3 other accounts from women saying that he had raped them as well.
That's not good.
No. But I guess there wasn't enough evidence to charge him with any of the rapes.
This motherfucker's getting away with so much shit because he's not leaving any evidence.
Yeah.
Which I don't even know what that means.
I don't know, jism?
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 Jism? Yeah, I don't know why, but he's allowed to go free every time.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they did mandate that he seek psychiatric help.
Okay, but it's not helping because he
No.
keeps doing that shit.
But also, it sounds like it's pretty easy to get mental health there, so that's kind of nice, right?
It is nice.
Mental health help, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
Whereas in ours, they'd be like, I don't know, put him in prison forever.
Literally, this is like TMI, but whatever. I always TMI everything. But I had a doctor who was like, call this number because you need a therapist. And I called
Surprising.
I called it. And then the therapist was like, not even therapist, whatever. The receptionist was like, this is the number for if you need to be hospitalized, like you're checked in. And I'm like, okay.
Did your doctor give you that?
Yeah. And I'm like, I like the other number then. And she couldn't help me. I fucking have Googled everything. I can't find it. Like, there's just it's not easy.
Yeah.
Like, you'd think it'd be a lot easier.
Yeah, and he's been like 4 times now where
Yeah.
he's just like, hey,
Yeah.
I need medication or help or something,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah. And they're like, okay, let's help you. And then release him. And now they're like, okay, go get help.
yeah, now they're like, okay, go get help. And so then they were like, no problem. And then they helped him and gave him some medication.
Okay.
So he went to another psychiatrist, but like I said, he was shortly released out on outpatient with medication.
Okay.
As an outpatient with medication.
I know what you
Yeah, you got
picking up what you putting down.
In 2000, he moved into a public housing apartment that was close by where a bunch of sex workers would
Work
work
for sex.
for sex.
Nope.
Well, no, they would work for money.
Yeah.
They would work their sex for money.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So now a little jump to December 17th, 2000.
Okay.
Okay?
Jumping.
Jumping. A dude is walking along the River Thames in West London and he saw something floating in the water.
It's a body. Calling it. Calling it. My fucking crow's claw is telling me it's a body.
Your talon's pointing that way.
It's a body.
So this guy gets a little closer and he realizes that it is the torso of a lady.
Oh, it's not even a full body.
No, just the torso.
Okay.
Maybe it's just like floating that way, you know?
How?
Like that. So he obviously calls the police, and when they get there, they realize that it was quite literally just the upper body of a woman.
Uh-huh.
And she had been cut in half at the waist, and the bottom half was gone. Like, it
Okay.
was not around.
Yeah.
So medical examiners concluded that her body had been in the water for at least a couple of weeks,
What?
and that she had been cut in half with a sharp instrument,
What?
possibly a sword.
Like a samurai sword?
I mean, maybe.
Who's got swords laying around?
I think the people that have swords, you're like, yeah, that makes sense.
Remember when we had like a Friendsgiving or whatever, and we
It
did
was
the
a white elephant Christmas party.
That's what it was. And somebody bought a fucking samurai sword, and it was like well, now we have to fight to the death.
Yeah.
And then everybody started like slicing beers with it because
Yeah.
we're responsible sword owners.
Yeah, we were in our mid-20s too, though. So, like,
Nothing has changed. For the
no,
record.
that's true. So, in order to identify her body, the police put out a description of a tattoo that she had
Uh-oh.
and told the public that she had a twisted lateral incisor, which is your second to front tooth.
Okay. So her head was there.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I just assumed she didn't have a head.
No, she had a head, and she had the
Okay.
whole upper body half, torso part.
Okay. But they could only give a tattoo and a tooth explanation.
Yeah, because she'd
So,
been
like-
in the water for a couple of weeks.
So like her hair and shit wasn't there or not clear.
I guess. I mean, her hair.
Like what color her hair was.
Oh, I
how
mean,
tall she
probably.
was, anything like that.
I don't know about. I mean, what if she had really long legs? Or really short legs? What if she just didn't have legs? What if she was a paraplegic?
Okay, so solid point on the height. But oh my god, do they measure height for paraplegics?
I don't know. They're about the size of a person sitting down.
Shut up. No, but like on your driver's license.
I can't imagine that they do. It probably just says wheelchair. I don't know what it would say.
Okay. I'm gonna Google that later. Okay, anyway. Asking
So-
the real questions around here that
Yeah.
are very insensitive, but I just genuinely don't know.
I don't think it's that insensitive. I feel like that came from a genuine place of of
Like it just sparked my
innocence
brain.
and wonder.
All right.
Okay, so her family actually recognized the description of the tattoo and stuff like pretty quickly.
Okay, that sucks.
Yeah. And
I mean, I'm
they-
glad that they have closure, but fuck.
Yeah, yeah. To learn that way, it was like in the newspaper or something.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So her family identified her as Zoe Louise Parker. Mm-hmm. Zoe was a 24-year-old woman who was described as a loving and caring person,
Oh no.
but she had a learning disability and she had taken to prostitution to make a living.
Oh shit.
Police had no leads and next to no evidence, and they never found the rest of her body. They
What?
assumed it was either still in the river, dumped elsewhere, or the killer had kept it. Which I read that in an article and I was like, fucking obviously. Like,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
else did you think might have happened to it?
Yeah, those are all the options. But did you tell me how she passed away? Like, do they know what
No.
killed her?
No.
Other than they were like,
She was cut in half. That's
yeah.
pretty rough. Yeah,
Yeah.
but no, other than that.
But like, was she alive when she was cut in half? See what I'm getting at? Is that what killed her, or was she dead and then?
I don't think that that's what killed her, but I mean, she was in the water for weeks. So I
Okay.
think it was kind of hard to tell.
I don't know, man. People were in peat bogs for fucking centuries, and we seem to be able to figure that shit out.
Yeah, but that's because they were preserved. I don't think water in the Thames River preserves people. I think it bloats and then decomposes them. Okay, so not even 2 months later, in February, 3 10-year-old boys were out fishing in the Regent's Canal,
Oh no.
and they found a full trash bag in the water.
Uh-oh.
So they
Uh-oh.
opened the bag.
And there were 10?
They were 10. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's gonna fuck them up.
It'll probably have some lasting effects. Yeah.
That's gonna fuck them up. They're gonna be curing.
They're going to be curing fucking raven's claws.
Yeah.
Well, they opened it
Oh,
and
God.
they found
Oh, God.
human body parts.
Duh.
Obviously.
Duh. Obviously.
So police were called, and when they came out to investigate, they ended up finding 6 more trash bags in the canal.
What?
6.
They were just floating around?
just, I mean,
Or did
they
they,
said
like-
they did like a fucking sweep of the canal, so it's
Okay.
probably like a diver situation.
Okay.
But
Jesus Christ.
they all contained human body parts, and they had all been weighed down with bricks, except for the one that the kids found. I guess it had fucking escaped its weights, right?
Yeah, that's the name of my band. Escaped its weights.
Escaped its weights.
And everybody's going to be like, where'd you get that name? And I'll be like, one time Aaron was telling me a murder story about a bag of body parts that escaped its weights.
And then they'll be like, You're
Morbid.
sick.
Yeah.
You're sick.
And I'll be like, I know.
Okay, so medical examiners determined that it was all from one body,
The
but
6 bags? Jesus.
but not all of the body was even there.
Okay.
However, it was still able to be identified as Paula Fields.
Mm-hmm.
They determined that she had most likely been cut apart by a hacksaw.
Jesus Christ. That sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah, especially a hacksaw.
Yeah.
That's like
A lot of,
Jesus.
how many blades did that shit take?
it's a lot of back and forth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I can't even cut a piece of goddamn wood.
I feel like that might be easier.
Wood? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't even cut a piece of goddamn wood. I can't imagine cutting a
oh.
body. Yeah.
I think it might be easier cutting a body.
Oh, through the bone?
I don't know about the bone, but
Remember how we couldn't even cut skin
We
with
had a
tin
fucking-
snips?
yeah, but those weren't sharp. You would have a new
My
fresh
tin
hacksaw
snips
blade.
cut tin. Hence the
Touche.
name.
Touche. But they also cut that bone real good.
Yeah, but not the skin. I don't know. I feel like it would get mucked up in the skin, and then you have to change out the blade or wash it, or I don't know. It's got to be a system.
Yeah, you probably thought about the logistics of it, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so Paula was a 31-year-old woman from Liverpool. She had 2 children, but she was also addicted to drugs. And in order to pay for her drug habit, she became a sex worker. She had been last seen getting into a red car on December 13th, which was almost 2 months before her body was found.
Oh, Lord.
Police arrested her boyfriend, who happened to have a violent criminal history.
Mm-hmm.
But since there was no evidence against him, they had to let him go.
Okay.
Now back to Anthony from the beginning of this whole fucking extravaganza.
Yes.
A couple years later in 2002, he was having some issues with his neighbors, and at one point he poured battery acid in their mailbox.
Oh, no. Wait, that's weird.
I
Mailbox.
agree. Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, I thought you were going to say on skin or something. I was like, ouch. I was thinking of the movie Thinner, the book Thinner.
Oh, I don't know it.
They put acid on a gypsy. They balance it on her forehead.
Oh.
But in the mailbox?
Yeah, I don't know. And also, I don't know what kind of mailbox it was, like if they're in the door slots or if it's like...
Oh,
Because I feel
yeah.
like if you poured battery acid in my mailbox, it would just fall out.
Yeah, like what's the advantage?
So those neighbors called the police for vandalism, and they said that they knew it was Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
So the police showed up, and I don't know how or why, but they were able to search his apartment.
Okay.
I'm assuming there had to have been like more threats or something. and so
Maybe
then-
he just let him in.
maybe. What did they find, you ask?
Yeah, I want to know.
They found that the door to his bedroom was locked. And when they asked to go inside, he was like, I don't actually have a key to
What?
that. It's been
Liar.
locked this whole time.
Yeah. Never have I ever been in that room.
I don't even sleep in there. I
I
sleep
don't
on the
even
couch.
know what that room is. Oh, shit, there's a room here?
I thought it was a water heater closet.
Yeah. Oh, my God. You mean to say I got more square footage?
Yeah.
I
They
mean, if
sold
you can
me.
open it, I'd love to see what's in there.
Yeah, basically. And so the
Okay.
cops were like, that's fine. We're just going to break it down.
That's fine. We're going to need to see what's going on in there.
Yeah. And so inside that room, his bedroom.
Was there another room? Because you've got like Inception going all the time with your stories.
I know, right? These little secret hidden rooms? No, but they did find that it was indeed his bedroom with his bed in it, you know?
It's like got receipts from earlier in the day.
Yeah, like it-
oh, sorry.
they knew that
Yeah.
you had been in that room.
Yeah.
And they found the nude body of a woman on his bed.
Oh no. Was she
had-
dead?
Yes.
That's a bad thing to find.
It's a real bad thing to
That's a
find.
bad thing to find.
She had cuts to her head and bite marks and bruising on her skin.
What the fuck?
So they obviously arrested Anthony, right?
Yeah.
They're like, sir, this is not
No.
normal.
We
You're
have
coming
a
with us."
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the woman was identified as Sally Rose White. She was a 38-year-old sex worker who frequently worked close by Anthony's apartment.
Oh my God.
But later, the medical examiner determined that her cause of death was actually a heart attack.
What?
Apparently, she had a spinal cord injury at birth that caused brain damage and behavioral problems. So she ended up becoming addicted to drugs.
Okay.
And the drugs and the brain damage are what caused the heart attack.
Okay.
So they couldn't determine if the sex and bite marks and stuff was consensual. So they let him go.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
They found a body in his
Shut
bed.
up.
And then they were like, sorry about it, sir.
They weren't even like,
Sorry
listen.
that someone died while you were banging him.
Was he like, oh my God, she's dead? Like, what?
The door was locked.
Yeah. That's fucking suspicious.
Real sus.
At least like mutilation to a body or something, you know? Like
Yeah.
you couldn't prove anything was postmortem.
No, I guess not. They were just like, nope, it was all natural causes. They double checked.
I double checked.
They double checked that list.
Could you check my work? I'm just a little unsure of what I'm seeing here.
I'm
And
just
I
a
want to make
little
sure I
unsure.
didn't miss anything.
Because this body was found in a dude's apartment who's been relatively violent in the past. So, am I
What
missing
the
anything?
fuck?
Yeah.
What
Nope. Heart
the
attack.
fuck?
So, he's free. He was like, that was weird.
Bullshit.
Right?
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
This is blowing my mind.
Yeah. So then on December 30th of 2002, which is fucking 2 years later, right?
Yeah.
A homeless man was digging through a trash can outside of a pub, and he found 2 severed sections of 2 human legs.
Oh my God. How did he know that that's what that was?
Maybe it was like the bottom half,
Okay.
like a foot and a calf or something.
Like recognizable ones. Not just like a
knee.
thin little slice of ham, you know?
Yeah, like
Okay.
like a whole ass knee or like
Yeah.
a thigh. I don't know. But he was like, this isn't good, right?
Yeah.
And so he took them to the hospital,
Okay.
which,
Listen, biohazard disposal.
and it's 2002, and he's homeless. He
Yeah.
probably doesn't have a cell phone. And so he's like, I don't
have
know
an
what else to
idea.
do with it. I don't feel like I should walk up to someone's house with legs and be like, can I use your phone? Right?
Do you want to like call the cops or something?
Well, how is he going to call? He's homeless. That's
You
why
can,
I'm
like,
saying you
find
wouldn't want to walk up to someone's house with legs and be like, can I use your phone? Because I'd be like, no.
You leave the legs there. All right. You don't take the legs anywhere.
What if someone else took the legs?
That's a
then,
fucking
you know?
crime scene. Well, then now you got double crime scene. You got fucking tampering with evidence, all right?
Well, this guy, he took those legs.
He tampered with his evidence.
I don't know if he put him in his cart. I don't know if he held on to him. I don't know if he used
How do
them
you know
as
he's got a
walking
cart?
sticks. That's why I said I don't know.
Stereotyping.
I'm just saying,
Hope he had a cart.
any good homeless has a mode of transportation for their belongings.
Yeah.
A bike,
Especially in your neighborhood.
especially in my
They got a
neighborhood.
couple of them.
They have like sidecars.
Like, this shit's fancy.
Yeah,
All right. One of them had a lamp.
that's right.
Someone got mad at us for that one.
Someone got so mad at us for that. That's so dumb.
Fucking, where are they going to plug it in? That is a valid question.
Really, though. So, this guy just walking around with some legs. When he got to the hospital, they were like, we haven't seen anyone missing any legs yet. But we'll take those and call the police, right?
Yeah.
And so he told the police that they had come from a dumpster behind a bar out on Royal College Street.
Mm-hmm.
So when police got there, they started a search for more evidence, and they found 8 more bags with various body parts in
In the
them.
same trash can.
In and around the same trash can.
Okay.
Including a torso of a young woman that was found, quote, in a wheelie bin about 100 yards from the original discovery. A wheelie bin, I'm assuming, is a trash can on wheels. Like, you know,
Yeah.
your outside one.
Yeah.
So they took the body parts to a medical examiner who determined that they belonged to the bodies of 2 women,
Uh-oh.
but there were no heads or hands, so it was difficult to determine the identity.
Oh, Lord.
So they took DNA from the bodies in the hopes that they would be able to identify them that way.
Yeah.
And apparently, there was quite literally a trail of blood leading to Anthony's apartment.
Of fucking course, because we know who's doing this.
Yeah. So police were like, I remember this
Excuse
guy.
me, sir. Yeah.
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 And they got a warrant to search his home.
Good.
Inside, they found a hacksaw with bits of human flesh still on it.
How did they not find this the first time when there was a body?
He hadn't been hacking anything up.
What do you mean? There was like body parts and rivers and shit.
Yeah, but that was from 2 years before.
Oh, you did a time jump on me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So hacksaw, human flesh, an electric jigsaw, because he was probably like, that was really hard with a hacksaw, right? And then he got smart and was like, electric jigsaw.
Yeah.
Porn magazines all over the house.
Okay.
A woman's stiletto shoe on a windowsill.
Weird.
Blood in the bathroom, and a devil's mask next to a note on the table that said, Sally White, R.I.P. Sally White was the body that was found on his bed.
What the fuck?
And the nail in the coffin was the woman's torso that they also found wrapped in a trash bag
In his apartment?
in his apartment.
He hadn't taken that one out yet.
No.
This is so much like there's a lot going on.
It sounds dirty.
It sounds like a lot of work, a lot of trash bags, and then he's like just going around random places and dumping it. Like, how's nobody noticed?
Yeah, right? Also, 8 trash bags.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. And then
That is a
6
lot.
in the river with one body.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Anthony was gone at this point.
Okay. He was like, you're going to get a warrant to search my house later.
He's like, deuces, I'm out. So police put out a bolo on him. And on January 1st, he was spotted at a children's hospital trying to pick up a prescription for some of his medications.
At a children's hospital? Can you just go to those pharmacies?
Well, he went to a regular hospital at first, and then he was waiting around there because it was taking him a while to fill it, I guess. And they said that he was waiting for like 4 hours, and he looked homeless. And so they were like, yo, you gotta go. Like, you're acting weird. weird and stuff. And so then he left and went to another hospital, and this one was a children's hospital.
Weird.
I don't know.
Okay.
But he was like, uh-oh, I'm not doing so hot. I need some of my medication. Right?
Yeah. Fucking using trash bags and cutting people up. So let's get back on
I feel
those
like I'm
meds.
slipping.
Yeah.
So police get there, and they're able to apprehend him. Mm-hmm. The torso in Anthony's apartment and the legs found by the homeless man were finally identified as Elizabeth Valad, who was 29 years old. They allegedly identified her by the serial number on her breast implants.
No, I've heard of that before.
Yeah, since her head and her hands were never found.
Yeah. Oh my God. So did he like chuck those in the river or something? Or canal?
We don't know.
Okay. Weird.
I don't think they find any heads except for the first one in the river.
Yeah, that's concerning.
Yeah. She was a mother and a drug-addicted sex worker.
Mm-hmm.
The other body that was found by the homeless man was eventually identified by DNA testing as Bridget McLennan,
Uh-huh.
who was 34 years old. She was originally from New Zealand and was a mother of 2 boys, and she moved to Camden and became a drug-addicted sex worker as well.
He's got a type.
I kept writing that,
Yeah.
but then I was like, is that insensitive?
To have a type?
Yeah.
They usually all do, like serial killers.
I know, right?
There's a reason.
Yeah.
Like mentally.
I kept erasing it, though. Like, so apparently that's his type. And then I was like, don't be a dick.
I mean, is it being a dick though?
I don't know.
Sorry
I
about
didn't
it.
think so. The times that I would type it and then I would untype it. Okay. The discovery of Elizabeth and Bridget obviously reopened the investigation into Sally White's death.
Yeah,
right?
how about let's check this out again?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But they still determined that her cause of death was natural causes.
That's fucking crazy.
Like I said, checking that shit twice.
Yeah.
So Anthony was brought to trial in November of 2003. He pleaded guilty to the murders of Sally, Bridget, and Elizabeth. Sally. The
Yeah,
one
he
with
was
the
like,
heart
I did
attack.
it. I did that.
Yeah, he was like, actually, I still fucking did that.
Wow.
And he said that he would bring them back to his apartment as like a John to their
Yeah.
prostitution. And he would have extremely rough sex with them.
Sounds like it.
And then he would strangle them.
Jesus. How did they not know when they found the first girl? How did they not know that she was strangled? Well,
I'm
the
assuming
first
it was
girl
the
in your
water.
story. Okay.
Yeah. I'm assuming the water must have
What was her name? Like
Damage.
Alicia or something?
Zoe Louise Parker.
Zoe.
And the second one was Paula Fields.
Zoe was the one in the water? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Well, there were 2 in the water. One found by the 10-year-old boys and one found by some dude just walking around.
Yeah, some dude just walking around is what I was saying. The one with the head.
Yeah, that was Zoe.
Okay.
It was alleged that he was also a porn-addicted necrophiliac.
Oy. Not here to king shame, but I hate that kink.
I do too. Because, I mean, people die, and that's not cool. It's hard to be consensual when you're dead. But they said that he would kill women and then pose their bodies and photograph them.
What the fuck?
And they believe that he was in the middle of photographing Sally's body when the police found her.
How did they not find this evidence? How did they not look everywhere and find a fucking camera and
Taking
like,
pictures of a dead body?
let's process this. Let's check this out. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
What the fuck?
Some of the pictures that they confiscated showed Elizabeth's body lying on his bed with a devil mask and a baseball hat on.
What the fuck?
Which, to me, it wasn't said in any of the articles or anything, but you know how, like, people cover up bodies after they've killed them because they're, like, ashamed
Yeah,
or whatever?
yeah.
He was, like, covering her face, so kind of obscuring her identity, and I wonder if that's kind of a thing for him.
But why a devil's mask?
That I don't know.
And then a baseball cap.
I think the baseball cap was, like, maybe to cover her hair so that you can't be like, oh, it was this person. Like, there's no identifying thing there.
Oh, okay. Weird.
When he was finished photographing them, then he would cut up their bodies in his bathtub. And later, neighbors would say that they would often hear the sound of drilling at all hours
Oh,
of the
God.
day. I'm assuming the drilling is actually the electric
Hacksaw.
jigsaw.
Yeah, whatever.
Or the hacksaw. Whatever.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you were right. Jigsaw.
So on November 25th, 2003, Anthony was sentenced to 3 life sentences. He was never charged with the first couple of bodies that were found in the river and the canal.
Why didn't he admit to those ones?
I don't know.
He was just
but
like,
they
I
were
don't
also
remember those.
years before. Like, they were 2 years prior.
Okay. So we don't know for a fact.
We don't know for a fact, but it's kind of similar. Like, the trash bags and the dismemberment and stuff is kind of
Yeah,
similar, but
yeah.
there wasn't enough evidence to actually point
Charge
it as
him.
him.
Yeah.
But like I said, they believe that he was probably the murderer of that.
Got it.
And then in 2020, he died in prison from sepsis at 69 years old.
Oh, shit. How do you get sepsis?
I didn't look into it. There was a whole article on it, and I was like, I
Fuck him.
don't care that much. Fuck that guy. He got sepsis.
He didn't even get the coronavirus.
Nope.
What
He got
the
the sepsis.
fuck? So we don't know like what his mental thing was, right? Like obviously there was something going on. He had a
lot
type.
of depression.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently he had a relatively normal childhood. He was a smart kid. Yada,
So
yada, yada.
weird.
Yeah.
And he just liked doing bad things to people.
To women. Yeah. But also, he sought help a bunch of times. Like,
That's kind of sad.
from psychiatric hospitals and stuff. Like,
But
hey,
he probably
I'm not
wasn't
okay.
He probably wasn't telling the full truth of like what's going on.
Probably.
Like those deep dark secrets, right?
Yeah.
Also, now I feel so bad for his wife. Like the shit she had to be putting up with
Dude.
on a daily.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that sucks.
And she was like, he tried to fucking drown me. And they were like, there's not a lot of evidence on
4
that.
kids.
4 kids.
That's crazy.
Hopefully the kids are all right.
Yeah. Jesus. Titty fucking Christ. That's crazy.
Right?
Right.
It was pretty good one, huh?
Yeah. It was really good. Especially when you pair it with fucking crow talons.
Crow's feet. Yeah. Like the best kind, though.
Chopped up birdie's feet. Great green gobs. Greasy. Okay, so should we close this shit out?
Yep.
Okay, if you want to check out pictures pertaining to Aaron's case, go to isgdpodcast.com, and there you will find links to our Patreon. Come join us for as little as $10.
And you can see Stacy open up the fucking crow's feet and the pure magical joy on her face.
on my face. Also, you get all the extras that we cut out on a regular episode. So you can see the shit show that actually goes on in all of my pit stains.
Yeah, and you can see me talk shit about people and then stop talking shit about people.
Be like, we should censor that. Also, if you're like $10, Jesus Christ, I'm not made of money, women, then you could just pay us $1 a month, and then you get extra episodes, 1 extra episode a month, and you get access to all the back shit in both of those. So everything we've ever produced, you get access to. So come join us. Support your favorite podcast. That's all it
Join
takes.
us.
Join us, everybody. Okay, also, you can email us at isgdpodcast@gmail.com, and I will reply, and so will Aaron sometimes. And then come join us on social media. Whoop! We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at ISGD Podcast. And then come join the goddamn...
Pod group.
Oh, that was weird. I couldn't get the word out. It stuck.
I saw your mouth. It was like shaped as if you were going to say pod.
It was stuck. Anyway, the goddamn pod group. It's a lot of fun. We're on Facebook. We all hang out. We chat. We do whatever the fuck we want because that's
Yeah.
how we live our goddamn life.
Yeah.
And then finally, you can snail mail us at...
P.O. Box 2764, Spring Valley, California, 91979.
And we will be forever grateful and love you even more than all the other people.
Even more.
Okay, on that note, we
Stop
have...
putting it on your face.
I can't help it. On that note, bye.
And if you're all caught up on our podcast, stay tuned for a promo from Hella in Your 30s.
Let's do yoga. Let's get fit.
Hi, I'm Nick.
And I'm Uriel.
And we're the hosts of Hella in Your 30s.
This is a podcast for people of all ages, all about navigating this dystopian world we live in.
That's right. So every Monday, we invite you into our living room or out into the world on whatever adventures we go on.
Or into our living room for an adventure in our living room.
Yeah, like having your wife challenge you to a Great British Baking Show style competition in your own kitchen.
That's right. Or maybe, you want to know what it's like to volunteer at a food bank.
Or maybe, you want to hear what it's like to foster kittens in the midst of a pandemic.
That's right. Super easy, but giving cats medication is literally the worst thing in the world.
Okay, anyways, if you want to hang out with us, find us every Monday, Hella in Your 30s, wherever you get your podcast.
Bye.
Tomorrow's a new day. Let's order pizza.